Hello again and welcome to our GCP-Mindset channel and our topics on basics of clinical research. Today we'll talk about good clinical practices, also known as GCP, and what this means in clinical research. Why is this important? Stay tuned. GCP is a guideline that describes international ethic and scientific quality standards designed to prepare staff and everyone involved in the conduct of clinical trials with human participants. This accounts for whether the staff are located at the laboratory, where blood or tissue samples are collected and assessed, or even at the pharmacy, where the medications or the products are stored, imaging centers, radiologists, physicians, study nurses, and even the doctor seeing the patients, or even at the research organization like a CRO, where the study is designed, the conduct of the study, analysis and reporting is monitored. All parties involved, including sponsors, staff at the trial site, the contract research organizations, ethics committees, regulatory authorities, etc., they share partial tasks that good clinical practice requires. The so-called sponsor, who initiated the clinical study, is the main responsible party. However, all the other parties need to ensure that everyone follows their tasks respectfully, in compliance, skillfully, and efficiently. GCP follows the International Council on Harmonization, or you may have heard it referred to as ICH-GCP. This is an international quality standard that provides a unified standard across the EU, United States, Canada, Australia, Japan, and Switzerland to bring a mutual acceptance of clinical trials data by regulatory authorities. It's therefore widely accepted and also expected in all research involving humans and every party involved that they should complete this training or the course beforehand. Let's talk a little bit about the history of GCP. The development of good clinical practice began at the end of World War II, following the Nuremberg trials, following which the Nuremberg Code was formulated. For more on this, please refer to our link above, where we talk about ethical principles of Helsinki. From these instructions, the ethical foundations of GCP were formed and further developed since the introduction of the Declaration of Helsinki. All countries had their own guidelines in the industry, and you can only imagine the problems that come with everyone doing their own thing the way they would like, especially when it involves the lives of patients. Hence, a solution was created in 1996 through a series of conferences held to unify all the processes, and this meeting became known as the International Conference on Harmonization of Good Clinical Practice, hence the name ICH-GCP. The first guideline was published in 1996, so ICH-GCP Revision 1, since then revised to Revision 2 in November 2016. The guidelines are very detailed and categorized in several sections, fitting every role and parties involved. You'll also have heard of ICH-E6, which is the Efficacy Guideline on Good Clinical Practice. ICH-E6 has also been revised in 2014 and then the second time in 2016. We now anticipate Revision 3, which will be a game changer in terms of innovative processes, more efficient approaches, and we're all excited about it. There are 13 core principles of ICH-GCP, and these principles apply to all clinical investigations that affect safety and well-being on the human participants, especially in clinical trials of investigational medicinal products. In Europe, things are slightly special. The European Commission made compliance with GCP a legal requirement across all the member states for all clinical trials of medicinal products. Therefore, a directive was published in 2001 with legal framework and core principles that should be adhered to. We've covered some of our videos on regulatory pathways. You can also find it using the link above. So why is GCP important? GCP ensures the safety, rights, and well-being of the patients or the subjects involved as participants in research are assured or protected. The data from these patients are collected from the studies are of high quality, reliability, and integrity. Before you start working in clinical trials, it's crucial to take the ICH-GCP course or the training. It's a requirement for everyone involved in the study and also ensures that all the standards, ethical principles, sound scientific evidence, and clear detailed protocols will be followed during the research. It's therefore important to find an authorized and certified organization that will be able to also provide you with the certification that you need, since in some member states in the EU, these certificates need to be refreshed every so often. Otherwise, they're rendered invalid and would cause a problem during the audits. So to summarize, before involving in clinical research, please keep in mind that as a research professional, you will not only need to attain this training or the certificate, but your proof of participation in ICH GCP training should be to the best of your ability in order to provide the best and the highest standard to the care of the patients that so deserve it. Therefore, completing the modules of this training should be taken seriously. So if you or your organization is looking to get this training, we've also provided some leads for you in the video description below. See you next time. Goodbye.
Hey there, don't forget, like and subscribe, but most importantly, click that bell so you never miss another video.